But I believe this because if you grind something, that's a verb, you reduce it to small particles or powder by crushing it. I don't think we should grind kids. And then if you talk about the grind, now it's a noun, a little English here, the grind, you look it up, and I love the definition, hard, dull work. Please self-reflect. Is the work that you're putting kids through this summer hard, dull work? And as soon as you admit to it, maybe you will find new ways of doing things. Number 4, we're going to prioritize. Too many people have terrible trouble in prioritizing. You go in every direction, one step, you end up right where you're at. So priority is really important. But a lot of the greatest coaches in the world, the only way they get speaking gigs is by getting really complicated, and it really just confuses people. They put out this shit, like, what in the hell does that mean? You know, what does that mean? And what does that mean? And what does that mean? I mean, I'm serious. It is in the business of like speed experts, they all just, it's a pissing contest of complicated crap. And my graph just doesn't sell. That's why I didn't get invited to Pittsburgh last week, because my graph just does not sell. This comes from essentialism, that if you prioritize something, you get better at what you prioritize, no matter what it is. Remember, prioritize does not mean you forget everything else. Tired is the enemy. One of my favorite pictures, this is Ashton Eaton, one of the world's greatest decathletes. They all look just like, first of all, they're soft. They're not in good shape. This is after the 10th event, the 1500. The only endurance event of the decathlon is this. And this is the way they look afterwards, because they're intentionally, terribly trained. Why would they intentionally neglect endurance training? Think about the other 9 events. Speed and power. Now, this should be a lesson to all of us. If you are training endurance every damn day all summer, what are you detraining? The other 9 events. This guy won it yesterday. He won it, the decathlon. Do you want that guy training like a cross-country guy? Hell no. He set the record in the discus, the decathlon record. Total stud. And he ran a terrible 1,500 meters. I think 4:55. I mean, probably none of us could do that, right? But he just gutted it out. And he probably looked like those guys at the end. But that's okay. Let the games be hard. Let the endurance be hard. Let the fourth quarter be hard. But don't detrain the first quarter and the second quarter and the third quarter to try to make the fourth quarter easy. I tell my 400 guys, I don't care how many miles, we can run you 1,000 miles. And the 400 is going to hurt like hell at the end. It doesn't get easy. Doesn't get easy. And if somebody ever came up to me and said, Coach, you're wrong, man, 400 was easy. I'll be, because you didn't run fast. Next time, run fast. My shirt, oh. So my shirt, I can talk for 30 minutes about my shirt. Basically, this is why Texas is faster than Illinois. This is it. Sunshine. Improves dopamine levels. Allows you to move your arms and legs faster. It's a neurotransmitter. And dopamine gives you, it can be pretty obnoxious sometimes, but a reckless confidence. Not that Texans have a reckless confidence or anything, but you know, like, you want your sprinters to have that reckless confidence. And sunshine is so important. And then the other thing, the only thing we can do that improves dopamine is sleep more. Because we don't see the sun all spring. It's like cloudy and windy every day. Seems like it. So if you're out in the sun, here's the great news. If you're out in the sun all day, your sleep's better. Live outdoor lives. Number 6, we're going to sprint. Sprint as fast as possible, as often as possible, staying as fresh as possible. What does fast as possible mean? Spiked up, timed. On a track. Next best thing is okay. No spikes, run on a road. But time if you can. If you're not timing, I don't think you're sprinting. Often as possible, I think 2 days, the sweet spot. 3 is okay. 1 is better than 0. But 2 days a week is really all you need. To prioritize speed, the investment in time is tiny. It's tiny. Extreme results never come from moderate exercise. Bill Bowerman said that. He was actually a distance coach at Oregon. I got a picture taken with his statue. But I believe this. But you know what? When I see football coaches coach, their practice look moderate to me. Oh, it's hell because it's hot, it's long. The guys you burned the steak yesterday, so they're like walking into practice like this. I mean, it's hell. But their speeds are moderate. They're in like third gear. Third gear football practice sucks. We need to perform in practice. I could listen to that all day. That's not moderate exercise there. I trained this kid, De La Salle High School outside Philadelphia. Never met him, but he went from 21.7 to 23.1. That's 1.4. Like he went from Buda Baker to DK Metcalf, basically. And by the way, you say, well, wait, he's not faster than DK. You're right, he's not. But he's not running 12 pounds of pads, soft surface, state of fatigue, right? I mean, seems like no one maybe in the NFL hit 22 last year, or maybe one guy. And it only happens on like rundowns. I use free lap. I love free lap because it's weatherproof. If it rains, no big deal. We hand these out. I think I had 5 or 6 guys barely hit 23 this year. Usually they hit 22.5, 22.6, but barely hit 23. Marcellus Moore, 24.3, fastest guy I've ever had. That's like wearing shorts and spikes and stuff. Number 7, we're going microdose speed and X factor work. My speed stuff, we do 10 speed drills and 3 time sprints. I created something called the atomic speed workout to get kids to develop a habit of speed, and it only takes 15 minutes. But we only do 2 time sprints. This is what it looks like. It was a hell of a hook. 15 minutes, only 60 seconds of work. Everybody does these kinds of things, but I think my guys do them better because we care. We don't call this a warm-up. We perform. We try to do every single thing at an 11 on the scale of 10, which we want to do it as well as we possibly can and better than we've ever done it before. That's an 11 on the scale of 10. We start off with 3 front side things, then we went 3 bouncy things, and then we do our straight-legged stuff. What you're not seeing is we do 10 of these drills in 10 minutes. So you're not seeing the downtime. We accelerate to top speed before we spike up. Then we say, spike up. He just ran 22.7 miles an hour, 5-minute recovery after every sprint. That time he hit 23. Done. Go home. Our X Factor workouts, we work on things. We do exercises that might help us get faster. Bouncy things that we snap with, like the rubber band type stuff, elasticity, power, big split sprinters split their knees, split their thighs when they run. Whereas like when I'm running a marathon, I'm not exactly splitting my thighs. The difference between sprinting And distance running is the big split, getting big in the front, getting big in the front. And then we hardwire. Hardwire to me just means habit forming. We want to create habits. That's why we don't ever jog. Never take a warm-up lap. We never run more than 200 meters in practice, in track. This is the type of stuff, I'm not going to show you all these. I call this an air lunge. Big split, snap, bounce, all kinds of good things. Stop doing shit that makes you slow. We don't do tempo work. I'm not saying the tempo is wrong. I'm just telling you it can be, you can stop doing it. Like this makes me want to throw up, you know, because there's no bounce, no snap, no big split, no power, but they're really forming habits. That's bad habits though. Looks like those silhouettes, right? Those beautiful looking athletes, they've checked out, their eyes are closed. Hell, they're probably starting practice doing this. Starting practice. Marcellus Moore trained 1/10 the volume of the guys he's kicking their ass because he's faster than they are in the 400. I mean, he's faster than they are, so no matter how hard they work, they can't beat him. So get your guys fast. It's almost like you're getting them in shape.